Hello and welcome to Yasser TV. Welcome back to the channel, my people. We're back. You know what I'm saying? We're back for another stream. You know what I'm saying? Football Chat and Chill Show is back. So make sure you're hitting the like button, subscribe to the channel. Big up to everyone that's already tuned in. And yeah, first and foremost, big up to everyone in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Big up to Paris Mandem. Big up to Hyper. Big up to Nehemiah Dino and Lewis is coming back from holiday. I don't know, but I'm assuming he's probably going to be there on holiday probably for a week or two, innit? That's what a lot of people do anyway. So that's what I'm assuming. I ain't spoken to him like since he's been on holiday, but listen, yeah, I think it was in Perth, Portugal, innit? Yeah. So listen, hope he enjoys. And I'm saying big up to my boy Lewis, bro. Anyway, there's a lot of news. You know what I'm saying? A lot of news. I think first one, the one everyone really cares about was, well, not really cared about, but the one everyone looked at was a bit shocked was the Xhaka one. You know what I'm saying? The Xhaka news. Obviously, they said the whole deal's off. So that's one thing for us to go through. So that's something that we didn't know exactly what's gonna happen with that one. But obviously we've already found out now that that's it. Sorry. Then we have the Tyreek Georgia news. Obviously, he signed for Everton. You know what I'm saying? 80 million fixed fee with £6 million add-on. Yes, we got a lot of news coming. You know what I'm saying? Hey, big up to the real king. Big up, Yasser. How do you feel about the Santos links? Me personally, I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it. I feel like Santos, especially last season, deserved to get more opportunities, and he didn't. So I kind of don't. I don't think he should be leaving yet. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if you're gonna send him on loan, that's one thing. But other than that, I don't think it's a smart idea to start weakening our midfield depth. You know what I'm saying? I don't think so. I know he's not. I don't think he's tall in that, but he's. I think he's a good player, bro. I think he's one of those players, isn't it? He will leave, and then if he gets the opportunity anywhere else, yeah, you'll see him ball out. And I think that's one of the reasons why I don't really want to see him leave yet. I think I think if he leaves now, yeah, it's too. I think it's too early to leave Chelsea, bro. For him, anyway. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely don't want to see him at United, bro. Yeah, we definitely don't want to see him at United. So that's something I don't want to see. But yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? That's what you can say, bro. I don't like that news. But let's get back onto the let's actually get back into the first one, which is the Granit Xhaka news. Obviously, we found that we bidded £8 million for Granit Xhaka. You know what I mean? So when I thought about it, I was like, you know what? That was actually nothing really wrong with that. Especially when I spoke to Lewis and he showed me the how much players were going for at that age. But people at that age, roughly how much they go for, and when people start telling me how much players at that age go, besides Zaka, Ronaldo, and was it Lewandowski, that it would kind of make sense, and especially with him only having 2 years left on his contract, so it just is what it is. Yeah. So then we obviously found out yesterday, but so well probably the day before, but yesterday was the one, and it was literally the one yesterday where Fabrizio posted that Xhaka, Sunderland informed Chelsea they do not plan to revisit their position on Xhaka, and I think also Xhaka said that he's not leaving anymore. So I don't know what's happened to him, but I'm pretty sure it would have been alright to have him as depth in it. Do you know what I'm saying? And he's remember, like, I'm not gonna just look at him as whatever player he was before. Yeah, I've always thought there was a player in Xhaka in it. Obviously, he's getting old now. You know what I mean? He's getting old, so that aspect doesn't matter to us. But the point I'm trying to make here is that he would have added the experience. Do you know what I'm saying? Like a bit more grit in the midfield, and the leadership that we lack. So I think that was the main thing for me when it came to Granit Xhaka. But I'm not someone that said slap 25 million and get him, bro. I think you're desperate. You know what I'm saying? That's desperation. We don't need that. We don't need that. So that's the Xhaka thing. I'm putting that aside now. You know what I'm saying? That's done and dusted. I'm not someone that's gonna be crying about Xhaka not coming pulling up. I don't care. Big up to TTM in the chat. Big up to Nems. So like it's just, bro, it is what it is, isn't it, for me? Tyreek George, listen. For me, obviously Evo Saka's gone. I don't They were saying that apparently Moyes was happy with Xhaka with his time at Everton and that. Listen, I barely saw Tyreek George play for Everton. Or maybe we played at the same time as them. So I didn't really see what he done for them, innit? So I personally don't understand it because for me, bro, like I would have rather seen him play at left wing, innit? Instead of that Donny with the dreads, the other Donny with the dreads. You know what I'm saying? The guy that forced the dreads on his head, bro. That besides that, he could have started, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, there was a period where we played Ajax and some other teams. Was it Wolves in the Carabao Cup, if I'm not mistaken, and a couple other games here where Tyreek George and Gittins had good, like, great link up and all that kind of stuff. But obviously, he's packed his bag and he's gone. 18 million plus 6 million in add-ons plus a 15% sell-on clause. I don't know, bro. I think I'm not really fussed. I'm not that fussed about Tyreek George. If he weren't given an opportunity to play as a starter at Chelsea, well, not as a starter, but well, if you have Tyreek George, yeah, I mean, if you have Garnacho, I'm sorry, man, a minute, like this brother should have been starting in it. So I kind of hear the move. He's like, yo, if that brother don't leave, I ain't staying in it. I ain't holding bench when I have to see him play every week. So I'm kind of with it. I'm with him in it. You know what I'm saying? You know what? He said, I'm still keeping it blue, but I'm going up north. Yeah, the south ain't for me. I'm going up north. So he's gone up north. Like I said, bro. Hopefully his career pans out well. You know, I'm not a hater, and he doesn't end up on like one of them frauds at Liverpool or something stupid like that, bro. You know what I mean? One sec. Yeah, hopefully he doesn't end up balling out for Liverpool in their next fight, like 6 years or something, bro. You know, like Salah did, bro. You know, that's the only thing. But other than that, it is what it is, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, it is what it is. Players come, players go. Obviously, there hasn't been any movements in terms of incoming for us, and it's obviously not the right kind of news that you want to hear. But you just, that's just is what it is, bro. Tyreek George's gone. Do you know what I'm saying? I know I ain't done a video on it. I don't even think it's something that deserves a video in it. Like, not necessarily with him, yeah, but it's not like he was a starter. Like, I think you guys will see videos and stuff, yeah, if someone like a Santos leaves and that, yeah. But not Tyreek George. I just think that he never really got that many opportunities in it, especially this season when we potentially can look at it and say that it was one of our worst seasons in recent years or maybe ever that I've witnessed in it. But when you have players as poorly as we did on the wing, bro, you get rid of this Donny. He should have been given an opportunity, and that's all I'm saying. Other than that, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Now, man, like Chalobah. Obviously, there's two clubs interested in Chalobah that we know of, yeah? Como and Inter. So here it says that no fresh bid sent by Como for Chalobah so far. The only bid exclusively revealed it was sent on June 24th for 25 million euros and rejected by Chelsea. Inter in talks with Chalabas camp as priority for the player, waiting for club talks next. Como remain attentive, but would only return to negotiations if Inter don't proceed with Chalaba deal. So I just think, yeah, obviously Como no, there's no point in beefing Inter for a player, yeah? So they'll probably just wait and see what happens with Inter and Chalaba. If that doesn't happen, they could just turn up and say, "Yo, listen, you ain't got no options. Come to us, come to us. You know, come to us." That's what they're gonna do, and they probably won't really pay that much money. But I think with the Lacroix deal, I think they're trying to get rid of someone to get Lacroix because there's no point having extra players there, and then when you do go to Salah Chalabal, if he doesn't leave this season, yeah, and you get rid of you'll have a look where everyone knows that he's like, you got a player there that doesn't want to be there, that barely gets minutes, and then the value you're getting for him is low. You get me? But some of the moves you might hear like little rumors, but it will intensify the closer we get to the end. So like between the end of the World Cup and the end of the transfer window is when things are going to be on fire, and like right now you will hear when people are interested and interested. Everyone's interested here, you know what I'm saying? But it's just is what it is. Chalaba, I don't personally don't think, yeah, you get rid of Chalaba. I'm not someone that rates Chalaba highly, innit? But with Chalaba, maybe if you're playing with the right player next to him, you can kind of keep. He's a good squad option, yeah. But if I'm bringing in players that are gonna be playing, yeah, consistently, then obviously I'm not gonna be naming Chalaba as that start. Chalaba has to leave. Nobody wants Tosin, Badiashile, and Fofana. Injury. Yeah, but Fofana hasn't really been injured. I know he had a record, but he's been more thingy. Badiashile is injury. Tosin, I seen the video of Tosin training with Palmer. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't leaving. Yeah. So yeah, man. Big up to African Cat, man. Big up. Let me go up in the chat because I missed some stuff. Looks like with George gone for pure profit, next pure profit will be Chalaba for Inter Milan or Como. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they stopped doing the pure profit thing though, innit? Or am I wrong? With George going for 24 and Chalaba 35, combine that money, that the Lacroix for I love it. Listen, yeah, if you combine that money, you can get the player that you want in it. I'll I just but you still want the floor. Because remember, yeah, people on YouTube love doing the floor and the ceiling talk, yeah. I think we still want the floor to be at a good level. Because remember, if you take, because I'm pretty sure we're gonna try and get rid of the Sassy, but the body issue, I don't know what's going on with him. Body issue staying. I think body issue staying, in my opinion, yeah. And the only reason saying that is because we saw the little thing that came out saying, "Yo, like his development's going well on that." So that one I can't see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I just think that they'll get him because you never want to be stuck with a player, i.e., let's say you keep Chalaba, buy Lacroix, and then be ever. That's like you knowing, okay, anyone that's bought something from someone else before, yeah. So let's say you go to someone and buy a car, he's selling a car, and he's telling you, oh, the driveway's too full, and obviously my new car's come in, and this one I need to get rid of this one. Or when someone tells you, yo, I'm traveling to a different country. I need to get rid of the car. You're gonna try to lowball him, innit? Because you know that he's also desperate to get rid of the car. Convenience. So it's the same thing. They know that they can get better money from him with the season he's had this season compared to if he doesn't play next season. Sometimes it's just the stupid risk to just say, "Oh, next season the trajectory is gonna be up, so we need to just bring a player in, keep him for 1 more year and it's just gonna improve, and then he gets an ACL and you have to stick with him. You know what I mean? That's what happened. I hear it, yes, about the new manager, French, innit? He might keep him. Who's the new manager? Palace. Who was it again? Crystal Palace. Pierre Siage. Alright, I don't know, it was him. Cool. It is what it is. We'll talk about the World Cup at the end. But in the meantime, one sec. Big up to Ravi. Liverpool not really doing much. Barcola not feeling this brother Meaty player. I watched him the other day. Meaty. Every time I watch him, Meaty. I don't know what to tell you about that player, bro. I think a lot of people just like him just for the sake of liking him. 80 million euro for Trossard. What? No. You're waffling, bro. It's not 80 million. No one's paying 80 million for Trossard, bro. Are you on crack? And his brother's on crack, bro. About 80 million for Trossard. I seen this yesterday. Ake went for 7 plus 1.5, bro. What are you talking about? Show me the thing. Look at this waffler, bro. Look at this waffler. Bro, look at this. He's waffling, bro. Don't say wallahi, bro. It says fee will be 18 million pound plus 2 million and add-ons. This brother saying 80 million, bro. A man said 80 million. Bro, nah, bro. It can't be, bro. It can't be 80 million. Look at this fraud, bro. Nah. Yeah? Look, this is the thing about Arsenal fans, bro. You get me? They just waffling.
Arsenal fans, with all due respect, you can all kiss my ass with a sand on it. Fuck every single Arsenal fan in the chat who's crying. I said the two imposters are Cole Palmer and Bruno. Why are you crying, you bunch of bitches? Why? I said there are two imposters, Palmer and Bruno. Why are you crying? Tell me. Why are you crying?
Man said, forgive me, I heard 80.
What's
Yeah,
wrong with
bro.
these
You
Arsenal
better
fans,
take
bro?
that back. Yeah? Take that back. A man said 80. 80 million euros, bro. Nah. Bro. Yeah, bro. You better run that. Stop for Allah, bro. Run that. You get me? About 80 million euro for Trossard, bro. I seen him drag his parachute around the other day. Belgium are suffering, bro. A man's talking about 80 million euros, bro. It can't be 80 million euros. I don't need to check. I don't even need to check, bro. And I know it's not 80 million euros. Exactly, you understand how business works. Yeah, that's how business is. That's why you can't always get you can't always get annoyed about certain things, because certain things are just business, bro. There's nothing that you could do about it. Business, you know what I'm saying? It's business. And my chat's not loading for some reason. Yalla, bro. Anyway, let's see. Simple logic. But even then, yeah, what we were reading about 20 million, 25, was it 25 million euros on that? Listen, bro. If you bid 25 million for Chalaba, it is the dumbest thing I've seen, bro. You can't be asking 25 million for Chalaba, bro. You get me? That's so stupid. Bro, that's so stupid. As in, we're not asking that, but when you pull up and try bid that amount of money for us, yeah, it's dead. Do you get me? It's dead. So obviously, you know we're not accepting that. You know what I'm saying? You know we're not accepting that. Now, why is my chat not syncing, bro? I swear down. Can I? Okay, here you go. It should be working. I don't know why it's not working. Anyway, one sec, chat. One sec. One sec. Yeah. Anyway, I can see the chat. I just can't pop it on the screen for some reason, bro. I need to sort it out. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, yeah, it's like 20 million. Even then, it's a lot, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot for. I don't like how much it is. It sounds mad, but at the end of the day, well, this brother's saying 80 million. Yeah, like he supports Chelsea. You know them ones. Yeah, the chat knows what I'm going. It's like it's Chelsea. We know that we spend that kind of money, yeah, and we also know that it's in our blood to do that. You know what I'm saying? But listen, I get it. It's probably a mistake, or he heard someone say it was 80. Yeah, but it is what it is. I was a big old Paris Mandem. You know what I'm saying? One of the Mandem in the chat. No, listen. I don't like the fact we ain't got no 100% like ratio, yeah, because I know we don't get a lot of people in the chat. It's a lot for me, but the ratio has to be ratioing, bro. Yeah. 11 people in the building, make sure you hit the like button. It's free. Support the channel. Yeah. Now, let me see what the chat's saying, because this thing decided to just stop working today. Yeah, for some odd reason. Hey, let's see what happens. Now, football. Okay. So, um, what other thing did I want to say to the chat? Okay, the chat's working now. Yes, but I could. It's halfway, so I need to read what you lot put in the chat. Yeah, so you're gonna have nothing in midfield when Santos and Enzo go. Now, I don't know, innit? Because I'm personally, I wouldn't get rid of personally, I wouldn't get rid of wait, what? Portugal are not playing today. Hold on, chat. That's tomorrow. Well, chat, just there. What? One sec, chat. Talk to this Haiwan. Okay. Zay, innit? Zay the fraud, bro. He ended. I just checked my phone. I got the notification saying that he's going live. He's going live for the Portugal game. Yeah, but it's not Portugal. He meant Brazil, innit? So I messaged him to tell him he messed up. Fraud. Yeah, he's supposed to be a bigger streamer than me, fam. Yeah. Hold that Zay. The granddad from up. That's what we call him, bro. Big up to Zay. Anyway, chat. Big up to everyone. Yeah, more people are pulling up. I appreciate that. Make sure you're hitting the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Big up to everyone that got me to, what is it, 1,330 subscribers. So I appreciate that. But, oh no, there's no buts, but let's continue what we were doing. Now, the Athletic posted about Andre Santos, innit? Now, Andre Santos, yeah, Andre Santos for me shouldn't be leaving Chelsea, bro. Yeah. If he needs more minutes or he wants more minutes, and I personally believe he deserved more minutes last season, yeah. especially when our season was essentially done. He should have been playing more. The Caicedo and Enzo, sorry, the Caicedo and Santos pivot was he played a lot of good games in that pivot. Do you know what I'm saying? And what he does for us is what he does under pressure when he gets the ball. Yeah, obviously he's not press resistant or he's not as good as obviously Alavia on the ball, but when you give him the ball and his first time pass when he gets the ball, through the lines, sick. The way he progresses the ball, like especially when he gets the ball first touch through the lines or to get to other players, that little bounce pass he makes, gets the ball back and then releases it again. Is very good. It's very, very good in it. So I think even not seeing him go to the World Cup was a bit, oh, Santos not gone to the World Cup. Okay, maybe he didn't get as much minutes as everyone expected him to get. I hear that, but I still think he's someone that's a very good talent. And I think, I don't know why Chelsea are now thinking of getting rid, like, they're essentially saying that if someone comes in with a good offer, they would not get in his way. Now, just to let you know, Chelsea should just go for Rodgers and pay EFA. Nah. Bro, Rodgers, I'd rather keep Santos than get Rodgers, bro. A lot of people keep talking to me about Rodgers, but bro, Rodgers, like I don't really know what they want 130 for Rodgers. He's probably a 60, 50 something, 60 million pound player. He's not 100. You know what I'm saying? But then again, there's a lot of players that have gone for 100 million pound plus that are not 100 million pound. I said the same about Enzo Fernandez when we got him for, was it 105 or something like that? I would have personally not spend that much money on him. I understand it's not my money and I'm not that rich, but I'm saying that it's like probably 80 million in it. But then you kind of get it because it's Enzo Fernandez World Cup tax, so you kind of understand why he paid that much money. People keep saying United are panicking, yeah, but I'm not. I personally wouldn't want to send them that player, bro. You get me? Imagine going from Ugarte to Santos. You know how mad of an upgrade that is, bro. Bro, if they play a bit more possession-based football, you know how much he can help them. He can help them a lot. He played in the 10, he played in the 8, he can play in the 6. Santos can. So listen, it's like I wouldn't, me personally, I'm not trying to weaken my team to go and experiment with some random player that man wants us to spend 100 million on, innit? Do you get me? That's not me personally. So I personally don't want to see that. Personally, I wouldn't want to see that. Lower Rodgers price. I can't lie, even man thinks that valuation's crazy. 130 is crazy. Big up to Uniqueness, big up to Shahwa as well in the chat. Long, big up to Long, man said Long. What are you cooking, Yasser? I haven't cooked yet. You know what I'm saying? We're just doing whatever it is. Santos is a serious talent, especially for the future. Yeah. And I have a feeling with this, yeah, it's another brother that is gonna leave. It's what's happening with Rio right now, innit? You know what I'm saying? You could have kept him. Just send him on loan. If he wants more minutes, send him on loan, bro. Send him La Liga. Send him to the Eredivisie so he can kick ball with the mandem. Yeah, like, yeah. Like, he could do all that. You don't need to do the rest. So, yeah, I don't know. Chelsea are asking for 50 million pounds, I think, for Santos. Let me just double check and confirm that before people start saying I'm doing misinformation on the channel. You get me? Let me see. Let me see if I can find that. I haven't found it. I don't know where it is, but I read somewhere 50 million pounds in it. So If it is £50 million, I don't know, lad. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. Like for me, it's a situation I don't really want to have a conversation on. So yeah, I don't want him. Cheapest chips. If I said cheapest, oh listen, boy, these 80. Yeah, all these young talented players, yeah, are going for like that kind of money, innit? So whatever. You United can get a cheaper option, Sanderberg. Sanderberg is probably the better option. I think Sanderberg would be a great option for United. Then I'm to Timu Rice, but probably better than Rice. You know what I mean? he can do everything Rice can't. You know what I mean? So you might as well just get him. But jokes aside though, this season will have a lot of flops. Content will be good. All those bums going for big money. When managers are average, what is De Zerbi gonna do with them better than Brighton? I can't wait. You sell Santos is 100% profit reflected on PSR. Is it? Is it? Nah, can't be. He was never in our. He wasn't in our. He wasn't in our. Nah, he was. He's never been. He wasn't. He's not from La Cobham, bro. We bought him from. When did we buy Santos from? Vasco da Gama. You get me? 22 moved to Chelsea from Vasco da Gama for £18 million in 2023 before spending a time on loan at Nottingham Forest and Strasbourg. He made 27 Premier League appearances last season, scoring once. He has 6 caps for Brazil, but is not a member of Ancelotti's World Cup squad. Yeah. Andre Santos, this from The Guardian. Manchester United target Andre Santos, but Chelsea value midfielder at £50 million. He started 13 Premier League games. We got him from Brazil, sent him on loan to Forest. He never got played. I think he was on the... was it Nuno? Nuno asked for him, I think. We sent him on loan there. This brother was holding bench every week, bro. He was holding bench every week. So then he ended up coming back. We bought him back, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Recalled him, sent him on loan to Strasbourg, where had a very good season last season, or the season before that anyway. And then from there we sent him to, where did we send him, chat? We then said, yo, bring him to the club. It's still gonna be business. Like it's good money and it's profit, but it just, for me, I just think it's too soon. I don't think we're in a situation. I don't think we're not in that place yet with Santos. Yeah, I think it's still at a medium level. We don't want him sold. We don't want him gone. I think we're not like, we're not desperate to sell him, but we're also not desperate to keep him in it. I just think the right thing to do is probably keeping him. The problem is, yeah, if he is impatient, it for me it just sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? Now, unless he's been told, yo, you're not in the plans, or you're gonna be a bench option next season under this manager, I just don't think that is the right thing for him, innit? Because remember, he still has Esteval there, João Pedro there, his little mates and all that. I don't know. Remember, like, I'm not sure whether he would do that. I just think that for me, there's certain players that I personally still kind of have hope for. Yeah, I would just send them on loan. If they really want to leave, give them a loan, innit? Just send them on loan, see what they can do. Worst comes to worst, do the Nico Pass thing. Because people don't know about the Nico Pass thing. All you have to do is sell the player to someone else with a buyback option for way cheaper. And then essentially, if you do call him back within that year or two, or buy him back within that year or 2 year, all you need to do is essentially just say, yo, listen, here's the money, send him back. And then the club that he was playing at essentially gets rewarded for um what's it called? Gets rewarded for developing that player. You guys get what I'm saying? He gets develop he they get rewarded for developing that player for you by getting a few million. Whereas if you send them on loan to them, they gotta pay a loan fee. You know what I'm saying? They gotta pay a loan fee. You can't sell Lavia though. It's easier said than done with Lavia, bro. Like he's injury prone. Like you essentially have to find a way of getting him well before selling him, innit? You gotta fix that one. You gotta fix the car, bro. Yeah. The only thing about Lavia right now is you gotta the Lavia thing. It has to be scrapped in it. So like yeah, it's dark. You probably have to have him around and he can show up whenever he shows up. Santos for me, I just think if you get rid of him now, it's too early, bro. Proper Emma Hayes. Man said Emma Hayes, you know, he's violating. Hey, big up the chat, bro. Yeah, big up to Chelsea in the chat as well. See, especially when we got it for 80 million in business, when you make loss somewhere, you need to make profit somewhere else. And we got too many players. Makes sense we sell him as soon we get more than 50. I don't think Santos leaves us. No way will United pay more than 50 when they wasn't willing to pay the 80 for Matthias Fernandes to go Spurs. Listen, I've always said if you need a player as much as you do, yeah, you slap the money on the table, get cooked for it, but you know you needed that player, innit? If that Matthias Fernandes was cooking for United, no one's gonna talk about how much he was. You know what I'm saying? And if he stood what he's the player that they needed, even if they overspent, no one's gonna like. I know obviously the childish Dunnies are gonna always say how much they spend on him, but at the end of the day, they've needed midfielders for a long time. You know what I mean? They've needed like proper midfielders for a long time now. So Santos is Chelsea best midfielders to sell him before Lavia is mad. I think no, Lavia is for me. Lavia's a baller in it, but Lavia's fitness availability is a problem. Santos was like the leader of the youth national teams in Brazil. He's serious. As a United, I'm paying the 50. You're essentially paying for a player that has Premier League experience. He's not experienced. He has the Premier League experience. So what I mean by that is he's played in the Premier League. Do you get it? You've seen him play in the Premier League. He has the experience without the D. Pause. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If you get it, you get it. He's not experienced. He has experience. Yeah? He's worked there for a couple of months. You know how he's like in England. That's the point I'm making. But so you kind of know what you can get from him in the league, innit? Whether he suits your team and that, there's obviously things that the data team and the coaching staff and the scouters and all that got to deal with, innit? But other than that, you know what I'm saying, is what it is. Okay, when you go on your preseason tour, plan drugs in suitcase so he catches a case. Hey, listen, bro. You got some of your players that were, you got more problems than me. You know what I mean? You got more problems than me. Like, you man, bro. How did he say he don't? Man, like, Ahmed's calling him Diamond, bro. How does Diamond not want to go Liverpool? Worse than Shaw. Hey, big up to Dan, bro. Worse than Shaw. Shaw actually plays 90. Yeah, he started playing 60 minutes and then get injured again, bro. Of course, it looks bad, but how else would we get rid of players that nobody wants? These stupid owners don't want to lose money to have to make up the difference without good players. Now he thinks I sound like, oh, I might do. I never thought of it like that, but okay, cool. You know what I mean? Big up to Emma Hayes in the chat. You seem like you know how business works and sports. It's business these days. It doesn't make sense. We're selling Santos over Lavia, but nobody wanting Lavia injury problems. Gotta raise money somehow. Who do you think you're signing to replace these guys? Hey, listen, I'm not gonna talk too much, innit? I read some articles, you know what I'm saying? We're calling it the copium articles now. Yeah, the copium articles. That's what we're calling it. Copium articles. Hey, listen, sooner or later, my brother's gonna pull up in it. So here's what it is. One sec. Let me have a look. Well, this fraud can hold that one still. Big up to Sal Garnacho immediately. Man made his hair to look like Mr. Hanky, the Christmas boo. Also, is the Xhaka deal off or no? He would have been a good fit. From what we heard, he's off. The deal's off. Sunderland are not looking to sell him at all, regardless of what offer we make. So that's kind of not really on us then, innit? If because I've even read somewhere here that he's told, where is it? There you go. I'll show you guys right now. This is from the Athletic, saying Xhaka is on the contract. Well, midfielder Xhaka is set to stay at Sunderland this summer despite attracting interest from Chelsea. Xhaka is on the contract to 2028 at the Stadium of Light and had been keen on the idea of the move. However, following discussions, he has pledged his commitment to Sunderland and is set to remain at the Stadium of Light, where it's considered a key figure. So he flirted, then he said, actually, I don't want it no more. Man tested the water, yeah, and then said, nah, I'm staying. So even from this article here, Xhaka has informed Xabi Alonso he will not be joining Chelsea this summer and will remain at Sunderland. The Swiss midfielder has decided to stay with the Black Cats despite Alonso's desire to reunite with him at Stamford Bridge. Sunderland have consistently maintained Xhaka was never available for the transfer. So like you guys can see, it's nothing really with that, innit? Yeah, so my problem isn't him leaving. My problem is him going to Prem, especially a big club, six club like United, developing him faster. He's going to be a starter. He's going to be able to make his mistakes. He's going to be able to learn. He's going to be able to do all the things that we don't seem to be doing at our club, innit? And that's something that's always frustrated me. It's not the fact that I'm um desperate for him to play at my club kind of thing. No, but if he gets the opportunity and he is the player that we need, great. Even if it's not the player that we need, bro, we know that our team, our club can move him on. At least give the player opportunity. If you're not gonna give him an opportunity, send him on loan, bro. And bro, I can't lie, and Ciso looked good at the World Cup for Paraguay. You know, at first I was like, yeah, we might never really see in Ciso that we saw at Brighton, or that little period he had that season when he scored, when he had the what's it called, goal of the season or whatever that he scored against City. But he then, when he went linked to, remember he was linked to Chelsea, or he was, I think he was a Chelsea player sent on loan to Strasbourg, whatever the case may be, yeah. And people were saying, look what these man done, bro. Every time I've watched him, even for Strasbourg, he's their creative spark, bro. He's their creative spark. So, it is what it is. Since Inox is not here, Paris Mandem decided to be his double. Hey, big up to my boy Inox. He'll pull up sooner or later, bro. You know what I'm saying? We have been silent. I really don't know who's coming to replace them. Only one we seen is Lacroix replacing Chalobah to place next to Colwell. The man, they're not going Liverpool is a good thing for us. 120 million for placing, chasing his touch, allow it. Hey, listen, a lot of people keep telling me that I don't know Bo because I said I don't rate him that highly, bro. Same thing with the Barcola, brother. But people will see when they see it. Northside bomb up Mourinho wants Saliba. I just saw that notification, bro. I don't listen, bro. Big up to my boy Northside, innit? But he gets them notifications, yeah. You know that transfer news date, the thing that I was on earlier, yeah. Let me see if I can pull it up. This one here, yeah, this website or this thing, yeah. They bring any rumors. So every time you find something, yeah, Haaland and uncertain, yeah. You grab this, You do the video and you just say Erling uncertain about staying at City. You know what I'm saying? Does Erling Haaland one out? But then again, sometimes the good thing about these articles, yeah, is that you can then start a conversation, yeah, outside from what's been written, and you could just start having a conversation about what you think about the player. Should he stay? Should he not? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't mean that you're saying the source is right, but if this is, you can then go over it as in, if it is right, what would that mean for us? If it's not right, what does that mean for us? Do you get what I'm saying? Those are the things that matter, like in those aspects, innit? Do you get me? Hey, big up to Lee for the raid. Hey, listen, big up to my boy Leroy, man. I appreciate that. I wasn't even looking. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even looking, man. Big up to the chat. Big up to Leroy for the raid. And yeah, so we're talking about you know what I'm saying? Big up Leroy for the raid. Yeah, we were talking about some of these rumors. You know what I'm saying? The rumors that we're seeing about all these you know what I'm saying, about all these clubs and that. But you got it here as well. Look, Erling Haaland is increasingly uncertain about Man City. But I don't think that's true. This is like, even if it is, with the way Erling Haaland would move, like he would move loud. Like if he was about to leave, he would be like a Real Madrid or something. Like it would have to be the right step forward. Now, if I was Erling, you don't just start hearing rumors about wanting to leave and etc. etc. I don't really hear all that. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't be really hearing that. But so apparently, man like Balogun and that, he ain't got that thing anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? Balogun ain't got that red card thing anymore. So that means you know what I mean, he's gonna play whatever next game. But then again, I don't think that matters. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter no more. I don't know why they kept bringing it on the news, yeah, but I'm pretty sure they're out. If they're out, who cares about whether you're banned next game or not, bro? You know what I mean? Fiorentina have reached an agreement with Tottenham to sign Radu Dragusin on an initial loan deal, with obligation to buy. Deal is a here we go, done. The defender has accepted the move after Fiorentina made him their priority target. So they got in a Sanesi and got rid of this brother, or Van Heck and just got rid of this brother. The White House contacted FIFA directly to request. Oh my god! One said the White House contacted FIFA directly to request a review of Balogun's red card. What do these men know about football, bro? You know what I'm saying? But someone needs to explain this to me though, because I thought. So what if he's didn't? Oh, it's the USA. Okay, my bad, chat. I kept thinking, I confused him with Jonathan David. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like Canada's already out, but it makes sense now. So yeah, he's not playing in the next game. Don't worry, bro. We got these men are probably gonna lose. You know what I mean? It is what it is. FIFA declined to comment on the call itself, pointing instead to the decision of its independent disciplinary committee sources. Yeah, but no one cares about this. Yeah, they can do that though, if they want. So Bournemouth reject Arsenal offer for Alex Scott. What was the offer then? Don't tell me they rejected the offer, but you don't want to tell me how much the offer is. What's the offer? Yeah, no one cares about that. No one cares. Daily Mail, Bournemouth have rejected first approach. The report adds that Arsenal have already seen an offer rejected for Bruno Guimaraes. All right, great. So we don't know. We don't even know how much it is. But I want to go back because I wanted to see what Mr. has tweeted before I actually go into the other stuff. Yeah, the Fikai is just that whatever his name is a Spanish reporter. 1 year probation period. Avoid suspension for the start of the World Cup in a similar circumstance after FIFA handed the Portugal captain a free match ban, or with the final 2 games suspended. Oh yeah. I saw that. Saw that report came out of the White House had to make the call, which means our prediction was right. Trump. Yeah. So the chat get for the people that didn't know, yeah, and guessed it with the chat actually found out, yeah, that it was actually true. Do you get me? No, it was actually true. That's actually funny though. You know what I mean? For some weird reason, yeah, that is actually funny. What is it I wanted to have a look at? Chat, make sure you subscribing though, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you just watching him behind. What's it called? What do they call it again? Incognito and that. That's what Faris Mandam was calling it. Incognito. You're just there watching, but you're not hitting the subscribe button. You know what I mean? Come on, Mandam, hit the subscribe button. Now, Now, so according to Pies, and obviously he's an aggregator. He said that Moises Caicedo extending has left Santos feeling more inclined to seeing if he can find a starting role somewhere else. So he said he has obviously if it's between Santos and you know what I'm saying? If it's between Santos and Caicedo, then obviously people are gonna pick Caicedo, innit? Talks underway between Santos side and Manchester United. Santos keen to explore minutes. Chelsea open to a sell at the right price. Santos open to leaving because he wants to be a starter. Confirmed United. I think obviously him not making the World Cup as well, yeah, has affected him in terms of like it's changed his perspective. You guys get what I'm saying? So and what I mean by that is like he's like, okay, cool, yeah. If I don't really get the starting position, I might be missing on so many things in the future. So I need to be trying to get a starting position. And I kind of hear that, but not against Thingy though. You know what I mean? Not against Caicedo. Como appreciate Mamadou Sarr and consider him for a loan. Chelsea haven't opened the doors yet to this. Chelsea keep maintaining contacts for Lacroix, despite it being quiet in the media. Crystal Palace asking price and their replacements are two things. Now, this is my thing, yeah. Man said he saw Edison got that call up when United came through. Yeah. He wasn't going to get chosen regardless, even if he played for a different team. Yeah. But you gotta be a starter though, man. It's not just playing for United, Chelsea, whoever the team is, but anyway. I think the Como one, Como probably grabbed this top Mamadou saw on loan, and then that's probably their what do they call it? Not their backup option. But that would be their option if they didn't if they can't get Chalaba. If Chalaba goes to Inter, they'll still need an option. So they will just get Saar. Saar will do well for them though. That Saar that we never rated was doing well last season, bro. What team was it that ended second or third in Liga? Lens. He was playing for Lens, bro. The guy that we never rated. Cooking for Lens. That's the problem. We don't always get players that are never been good or never will be good. Yeah, we get players and they never give them opportunity or proper. We write them off within half a season, and then send them away, and then they cook somewhere else, and then we're all surprised. Manchester United are interested in Andre Santos, valued in the region of 50 million. Okay. Chelsea have had two proposals for Xhaka rejected. Doors now closed. Yeah, we knew that. We know this one as well. Real Madrid are not interested in Enzo Fernandez. This summer, they said for Elise, we're not in negotiations for Enzo. The statement was, we're not interested in Enzo. Real love Elise, it's different for Enzo. Bro, I've even read that earlier, you know. They essentially said that they're going to keep Enzo. Well, they're not going to keep Enzo, but what they're going to do with Enzo Fernandez is that, look, they also believe that if they go and get the money that they want and he wants to leave, then they'll just keep him. You know what I'm saying? Chelsea believe Enzo Fernandez can be reintegrated. What's it? Reintegrated. I don't know why I haven't read in ages, bro. Yeah, into their squad. If that comes to pass in pre-season, and insiders insist it will, if nobody comes close to the 120 million asking price. They expect Enzo to report to preseason duty after a period of significant rest following the conclusion of the World Cup. If no move materializing, it presumed Enzo will show his professionalism and concentrate on the club who he is contracted to. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, innit? What we think. He has to he either gets his move or he doesn't, bro. Chelsea don't mess about, innit? Pay the money and he can leave. Now, on some better news, you know what I'm saying? I smiled when I saw this, but I don't know, innit? You know what I'm saying? Like, I genuinely, this is a hope thing. Yeah? I've been telling you a lot, I'm not gonna lie, this is a hope thing, innit? I'm trying to sell you a lot of hope, but it is what it is. One of these, bro. You get me? I'm praying this one happens, bro. Napoli, again interested. Yeah? Again interested for obviously this guy works for was ex BBC and all that, but then obviously works for Court Offside. Now, Napoli are interested in signing Alejandro Garnacho to strengthen their attacking options this summer. Chelsea could be open to selling the 21. No, it doesn't have to be could. Chelsea are desperate to sell in the 21-year-old for around £40 million. I didn't even know this brother's 21, you know. I thought he was like 26. I'm not saying he's old yet, but I know he's not that old. But I'm saying, bro, he kicks more like he's 45, bro. Yeah, like, bro. Around £40 million following growing frustrations over his situation at Stamford Bridge. River Plate are also keeping tabs on Garnacho ahead of possible move. Now, you guys need to remember, yeah, Chelsea have a partnership thing going on with River Plate, which is why they send Kendry Pyers over there. Yeah, because Bowley and some of our ownership want to have connections everywhere, so they've sent big man over there. Yeah, they've sent Kendry Pyers over there. Now he's let us down. Yeah, he was our representation over there and he let us down. But we should be able to sort all their problems out. You get what I'm saying? We should be able to. Anyway, that's something. Then, Josh, if you're still in the chat, is Josh still in the chat? Rise. Yeah, if Josh is still in the chat, we need you to rise. Because with the next one, we need your help. If Josh is still in the chat and Ravi, make sure you're rising, bro. Because we need your help with this one. Yeah? Okay. Chelsea winger Pedro Neto will be open to join Liverpool if the opportunity arises this summer. The Portuguese international has been a long-term target for the Reds. Neto's contract with Chelsea runs until 2030. Listen, Pedro Neto could be your Salah replacement. You know? hey, this is one of the worst transfer windows, yeah, ever, bro. Yeah. Listen, please. Por favor, you know, I man them, por favor, yeah, por favor, Garnacho, Pedro Neto, in the bin, por favor, you know, that's where I'm at, bro. Hey, listen, I don't know who Anfield Index is, bro. It's your people, you get me? I don't know what that means, but at the end of the day, I'm just here to relay the news. I never told you that it's the maddest news. Yeah, I'm not telling you it's a bomber. I never said it was a bomber. I never said confirmed. Yeah, it's not confirmed till it's confirmed. That's how I view the news. Man said toe tickling news for. Hey, listen, pause. Yeah, there's no toe tickling news. You know, not for me. Hey, big up to Black Crow. Hey, justice for Salah. Yeah, bro. Hey, listen. Imagine from Salah to Pedro Neto. You're finally gonna have pace in your attack, bro. Yeah, finally gonna have some pace in your attack. Someone that just runs. Oh, you never know though. If he leaves, this is the thing. If he leaves Chelsea, he's gonna have to start packing his bags and coming to Liverpool, innit? Which means he might bring his injury problems with him again. Because some players have that period, yeah, where you play well with that in that club, you get managed well, you have a great period, the manager plays you well, and then you go back somewhere else and you go back to how you were before. Yeah, but I don't think he's moving to Liverpool to be a squad option, bro. You get me? You have that Gakpo left wing, Verts in the 10, Isak up front, Neto on the right. Woo! I need my back to back. Inshallah, this happens. Man said you need this back to back. Hey, they dark. If this happens, bro, dark. And the key word is if. I never said when. Neto's quick, can beat a man and can cross, so I have no issue with it. Personally, better than Diamande. But you see, when there's a thing that the guy has though is when he starts running on the wing, yeah, and all you need to do is cross the ball in. There's a high percentage chance that he will do. PS5 is being disconnected before he crosses the ball. That's the worst bit. Barcola the better option. Nope. Yeah, well, maybe. I think they all have the same type. I don't think they all have the same diagnosis. They all have the same problems. Barcola has it. This brother has it. Garnacho has it. Final third decision making. Some of these men just switch off. Barcola gets away with it because it's pace. You get me? You can stop and run, and all that. You can get away with it. This brother that like loves doing fake shots. Too many fake shots. Now Neto provides one assist and forgets that the game is 90 minutes long. Hey, why does everyone rate the croissant Rashford? Man said the pan de chocolat, you know. Hey, man said the pan de chocolat Rashford, you know. Nah, bro. No, that is crazy. Crazy after all those talking for City and Real Madrid, the club will bring Enzo back and reintegrate him to Cobham and Chelsea. 100%. It's mad. Me personally, I think that's crazy, innit? I think that's crazy. So that is because the problem isn't just him speaking, yeah. It's him speaking out. That he's not his manager. Why am I saying his manager? It's not obviously not his agent coming out and talking. I've never seen anyone talk so much, bro. They're talking. Pastore, that dead PSG footballer, every day talking, brother. Like, just allow it. Get the move, and then we'll just leave you alone. You can go, innit? Till then, stop talking. Loan obligations to Chelsea. Don't mind that when we bought him for 40 million, get him gone. Listen, I've been saying that, bro. Just get the brother gone, bro. No one cares. You know, there was nobody care. Bro, the lap can go now or later, innit? We got Jao Pedro, so in that aspect, I'm not fussed, innit? I'm not gonna be here crying to say get him gone, bro. I'm more worried about the players that are not coming in. Jackson, I don't know. Oh, Jackson's gonna get a chance in pre-season to show what he can do, and whether the manager wants to work with him and that. Like what as in what he's gonna do, whether he feels like he fits in or not, all that kind of stuff. Me personally, Jackson's chapter's gone in it. You see me, Jackson got his opportunity. He got his opportunity on the Poch. He got his opportunity 2 seasons on the Maresca. This brother has gotten his opportunity. Was it one or whatever? He got his 2 seasons, innit? Like I've seen what I've seen. I've realized what he is. Pack your bags and yalla ma'asalam. Goodbye. Yeah, that's it. I'm not someone that writes players off way too early, yeah, but I know exactly what Jackson is. So for me, pick your hand and go. We haven't heard anything about Cambiaso yet. Arsenal sources have dismissed reports linking Martin Odegaard with a move to Galatasaray this summer. Yeah, I don't know. Man City hold initial talks with Ayub Buadi. Hey, listen, bro. If they went and get him, yeah, their midfield, because he starts looking good. Yeah, why is Van Persie trending? Hey, I said Van Persie, the Arsenal legend. Anyway, um, Erling Haaland, we don't care about that. Now, do we know about that one? A Mexican flag has been placed on every one of the 87,000 seats at the Azteca Stadium ahead of tonight's clash against England. England will have to withstand an absolute electric atmosphere. Newcastle have signed Bazuna Toure from Hoffenheim. 50 million euros. Hey, they got him to replace Tonali, and is he the Tonali replacement? The biggest sale in Hoffenheim's history. Yeah, they just threw money at them, bro. Chelsea boss Xabi Alonso has reportedly persuaded Chouameni to make the move to Stamford Bridge this summer. Manchester United are also interested, but Chelsea are set to be leading the race for the Real Madrid midfielder. Hey, listen, we all know why Chouameni slapped up my man, innit? You know what I'm saying? We all know why he punched up my man, innit? So listen, he might be just following the man thingy. He might just follow the manager now. You know what I mean? Sule is coming out of retirement to join amateur side SV Tiefenbach. Jet Spence is not expected to start for England against Mexico tonight after picking up a knock. The injury is understood to be significant enough to limit his involvement in the round of 16 clash. Obviously, I don't even know if that's true or not. But you missed a comment of mine. I said I wanted William Gomez from Porto. Hey, I heard about that, brother. I watched him before, you know. He looks good. He looks good. Yeah, but it's Liverpool, so hopefully you don't get a good player. You get the rubbish one. You know what I mean? That's what we want. Tottenham are exploring a blockbuster move for Rafael Leao after being told AC Milan forward would be open to joining the club. Spurs have held initial talks with his representatives, while Arsenal, Manchester United, Barcelona are also monitoring the situation. Milan are willing to sell for 60 million euros. Look at this. If Tottenham pull this off ahead of Arsenal, United, and Barcelona, it could be one of the bargains of the summer. On his day, Leao is the kind of player that can decide big games on his own. Hey, these one are on crack. That's what they're on. They're on crack. You know what I mean? These one are on crack. One sec. Nope. What did I miss, bro? Why are people saying lion, bro? Hey, listen, man. I never made. Yeah, I never. Like I said to you earlier, bro. I'm not claiming to say that this is a fact. I'm going through some of the news that's out there right now, and we'll see what people are cooking for us, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here telling you that this is the real news, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, if there's something credible that comes out, we'll go over it. And I'm like, listen, these guys are credible. You know, this is at final stages. But a lot of these things also start from rumors, isn't it? So I'm just not necessarily I'm looking at what these men are saying. Sometimes you see this, and then later on you see that it's actually being done. But a lot of the times it could be a rumor. Some players available, agent talks, agent puts out some of the news because he wants to get his player removed. We know all that. So we just want to see, because some of these are also mixtures between good sources and sources that aren't necessarily right. Because if you say to me that, yo, this transfer news deadline or what's transfer news live page is rubbish, that's fine. We might not believe the El Nacional thing, yeah, but this is Ben Jacobs. This is the source from Ben Jacobs, isn't it? So I'm just trying to see like all the news. We will see who the source is as well. And then we'll have a conversation in it. Baleba remains open to joining United, having already agreed personal terms with the club last summer. Any move now hinges on United reigniting their interest, while Brighton's asking price is expected to be well above the £75 million evaluation United previously placed on the midfielder. I don't know. What do you listen? Obviously, TTM and a couple of you man are in the chat. Yeah. Do you think the boat's moved? This what's it called? The ship has sailed. I never said Beb Jacobs, bro. I said Ben Jacobs. You get me? A man said Beb Jacobs, bro. But I'm saying, has the ship sailed for Belaba, bro? No, a man said Belaba's a side piece. Hey, Belaba's a side piece, you know. That's crazy. Halas, even man have forgotten about him. Hey, big up to Calcio, bro. Great life, bro. You're doing good, my friend. I appreciate it. Oh, I thought you said that. I said Beb Jacobs, bro. You know what? I never said that, but I hear what you're saying now. Grab that if the rest don't roll. Hey, dangerous. A man said, yeah, we liked him, but now he's just an option. You know what I mean? He's just an option. We'll find out if he works or not. Depending on the transfer window. Well, he's not priority no more. Do you know what I'm saying? He's let you down a couple of times. He couldn't do what you know this. You weren't there when I needed you. You know what I'm saying? You weren't there when I needed you. So what's gonna happen now is you're not on my priority list like that. That's what's happening. That I kind of get it because I remember how much United fans wanted Belaba at the time. Yeah. So this is not a situation that they like to be in. Do you get me? They're not happy about this situation. So they're just putting him as a side piece. Elise say to decide his future with Bayern Munich. Um, yeah, this is not, if you saw this, you think it's not. United have made initial checks over moves. No club to talk. We've already heard this one. This has a mixture of rumors and whatever. Canada captain Alfonso Davies has revealed it was his own decision to sit out the 3-0 defeat to Morocco in the World Cup round of 16. Davies felt discomfort during Friday's training and decided he hasn't fully recovered from the hamstring injury he suffered before the tournament. He said it wasn't the type of injury he couldn't risk. Oh, he said it was the type of injury he couldn't risk. Yeah, I don't know. Because there's two ways you could look at it. You can either look at it from a standpoint where people say, well, it's your nation, you're at the World Cup, you should be playing regardless. But then there's also the other aspect people miss out on, yeah. If you're not fit and you're on the pitch and you give the ball away or you throw the game away because you can't chase one of the players down or whatever, you're not fit and you can't give 100%, you could be the reason to let your team down, let your team or your club down or your nation down. So you might as well just let someone else play who's fit and can give that 100%. I think a lot of people only look at it from, well, you're the captain, you should play anyway. It only sounds good if he wins or even if he loses and he comes out of it with no injury. If he plays, gets injured, people are like, well, you weren't fit, why did you play? So a lot of people always give some of these players strays in the beginning, yeah, but I don't know. What's this? No. No, I haven't forgot about any of you lot. I was just checking the phone because someone messaged me. Well, last summer wasn't cooked enough to make anyone 85 million. That's true. That's true. This time is very cooked. And then you also waste that little bit of you waste that one substitution. You know when you're looking at the bench and you think wow, the manager could have made that one more substitution. We had that against United when Sanchez got was it not was it Sanchez got sent off? No, who got sent off? Was it Sanchez? I think was it Sanchez came out, tackled the player, gave away a penalty. It was something like that. Something stupid like that. And then he took off Palmer, took off other players because Palmer wasn't fully fit. The goalkeeper got taken off. Obviously, that was more Maresca because he took off certain man. But I blame the game on the goalkeeper, yeah, because or whoever it was that done that stupid thing, the tackle, or whoever it was, I don't remember, yeah. But for me, that's when it becomes you're not down with your substitution when you can use that substitution throughout the game if you need it. And it's the same thing with the injuries, bro. If you get injured playing and you weren't not fit, that's one thing. I said Jackson is gonna be back. You asked me and answered the question. I said Jackson is coming back. He's gonna have preseason. He went on loan to Bayern Munich. They didn't want him at the end. Like I said, they weren't gonna keep him. People said, "Oh, he's probably gonna do his thing after Kane." I said, "Well, cool, whatever." He won what is it? He won the African Cup of Nations. He won uh the league and everything, and then he went and he's playing preseason. I was asking about Dalap, your boy. First of all, Dalap's not my boy, and then second of all, Dalap only had some links to Everton, but we haven't heard anything. Like I said, a lot of the news you're gonna hear more later on throughout the transfer window after the World Cup. Even though he's not at the World Cup, a lot of clubs don't really want to negotiate right now. Players don't really want to negotiate right now. Do you know what I'm saying? From Dalap, what we heard, I think when the season ended, Dalap said that he wants to fight for his place in it. He feels like after the Fulham injury or the game against Fulham when he got injured, he's not been able to show what he can do. And to be fair to him though, after the Fulham game is not the goal he scored. We're talking in the early in the season. The first game of the season was Palace, and he didn't play well. And then I think he played. I forgot. Was it West Ham? He played well. And then what's the other game? Fulham. He started well, and then he got injured. Ever since his hamstring injury, he's been rubbish. He's just been fighting everyone. He's not really been playing. So if we get a better second striker, then obviously I'm gonna tell you like he can be first striker or he can go. And if he doesn't, if he has to stay, then he's gonna be on the bench, bro. Like I'm not gonna be fighting for the lap. I don't know what man talking about. And the other brother Jackson, he's played too much. Everyone kind of knows what it is with Delap. You know, like sorry with Jackson. We've already seen what Jackson can do, can't do. Like for me personally, yeah, I don't want to hear anything about the Jackson brother. He's gone there. He was Olise Kane Diaz carried man. He was a passenger. They didn't want to keep him. He now Alonso said that there's a lot of players that he wants to go through preseason with, and then he wants to make a decision on whether they should keep him or sell the players, innit? And I think that's where Jackson's at. Sorry, Jackson's at. Damn. That's where Jackson's at. Jackson is more at that stage where if Alonso sees something in him and decides to keep him, yeah, that's one thing, innit? But if it's not, then we might end up sending him at the end, which is why I'm telling you, like, we need to see what happens, bro. Delap was meant to be the Kane replacement. Delap has all the attributes to be able to do that, in my opinion, innit? It's up here for this brother. And you have to link this with this. You can't have the ability but not the brain. He doesn't have the brain, bro. Hey, big up to Akia, man. It's been a while. Hope you're good. You know what I'm saying? I hope you're good. Um, Newcastle have no intentions of selling Bruno Guimaraes this summer, with the club determined to keep hold of their star midfielder, or whatever you want to call him, midfield star. Eddie Howe is understood to keep viewing Guimaraes as priceless, making a departure to Arsenal as a non-starter. Okay, making a departure to Arsenal a non-starter. Okay, I was gonna say. Now you've been a mod for a long time, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know you ain't been there for a while. You didn't even know you were a mod. You know that was. No, 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 no. You see, this is what I'm tired of, bro. Like, what's he gonna do? What do you mean he's gonna do well? Like, explain it to me, innit? Man are just saying, oh, he's gonna do well, he's gonna do well. He does not have that final third thing, bro. Yeah, he might do things here and there, but his final third is and the problem with him is like it's not like he gets such good opportunities and that's it, yeah. It's the way he positions his body. He can't shoot. He can't position his body the right way. He doesn't know how to put his standing leg next to the way. Like all these things that I don't even have to think about when I'm playing on the pitch. Yeah. This brother, when I watch him do it, it's so low level. Yeah, it's dangerously dark. A man scored in the Conference League final. I thought he scored a header, and then I realized he hit his shoulder, bro. You know that one? Didn't even score the header. We just got lucky. Dortmund are interested in signing Tottenham winger Mikey Moore on loan and PSV. Did you know the altitude of the Azteca Stadium in Mexico is only 5 feet lower than the away end at the St. James? Hey, damn. You hear me? Damn. They were, no, no, no. The manager doesn't get you scoring goals, bro. He gets you into that position to score the goals. You get me? Yeah, no. He probably been a good finisher, but was never getting into the right positions. And then he played in a system that was cool. I don't know whether this is real news or not. You get me? I might have to put a comment in and say, yo, Grok, is this true? You know the ones. You might have to do that one. So someone else said 2.5 feet. Hey, to see, there had to be an Arsenal fan moaning. Newcastle was basically high altitude training with extra Geordie noise. Azteca vibes at St. James's Park, 5 feet lower, and teams are gasping for air, getting bullied by the crowd. Criminal advantage. Yeah. Hey, the chat. Hey, the comments, they're onto them, bro. Onto them. Nah, that's funny. It's also 2,000 meter lower than the average toilet in Wetherspoons. Yeah, what did someone say? 7,220 versus 220 feet. That's the difference between Ronaldo's ego. Hey, chat, I'm not even going to take this serious, bro, because this could be a trolling thing. Because obviously everyone knows that Newcastle's things are like their waist stands high in it. You got to take them stairs. So maybe they're just saying it because it's high, but yeah. Napoli interested in Federico Gatti. You get me? I don't know who that is, bro. We know about this one. Romano, United, Real Madrid have announced. Hey, listen, to this day, yeah, this one just confuses me, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is such a Mourinho signing, yeah. Man's giving man a dream. Man said, yo, yeah, Allah. Juventus are not actively offloading their big names, but could be willing to let them leave for the right price. They would want 50 million for Thuram and 45 for Bremer. You know what it is? Man are just automatically starting at 50 million, bro, regardless who it is. Regardless who it is. Jurgen Klopp has accepted the job and set to become Germany's next head coach. The finer details of his long-term contract, the project, and his exit from the Red Bull Group are still being finalized, but the deal's on and Klopp will take charge of their national team. Yeah, bro, just get rid of him and just give us him. You know, just give us me, you. But then again, I think Chouameni is like, in some ways, yeah, close to. Do you get me? Close to. Can I say yeah? I'd rather have. I think they're both similar, like not necessarily similar here, but they're not too far from each other when it comes to profiles, isn't it? So I'd rather have one that's that's the passer and there's one that's sitting in it. That's me personally. Big up to Josh, bro. Gents, I'm going to head off. Take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Big up, bro. One sec. I need to message this fraud as well, yeah. This idiot. One sec. I want to sort someone out or something in it. So you call my chat. Make sure you hit the like button. And if there's anything you like want to talk about before we end the stream, let us know in it. All right. So now, what else am I missing here? Hey, of course. My man's team, yeah. I swear, TTM's team. That's what they're on, innit? You know what I'm saying? Kai Rooney and JC Carrick, son of Wayne Rooney and Michael Carrick, have signed their scholarship with Manchester United. The scholarship deal is um the scholarship deal is a contract that tends to be signed by players who are 16, 17 and allows them to both continue their athletic development and pursue academic studies. You get me? They got their little scholarship deals already, yeah, of course. Yeah. They calling CR7 son CR7J. You know, they give him man code names, like James Bond and that. Um, Brentford have agreed the deal to sign to sign Jaden Anthony from Burnley on a 5-year contract. Look, they're getting a player for what? 20 million, bro, including add-ons. But if we went in for him, bro, they'd be talking 50 million, bro. That's what they done with that. What's that done his name? They done it with my man as well. So that's what I'm saying, innit? When it comes to that, it's a mad price. Man are talking mad prices, bro. Chat, make sure you're hitting the like button. Keep hitting the like button. Don't be fraudulent. Yeah, we've had a lot of people pull up as well, so I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? To the stream. So while we're here as well, let's see who is live. So we can do the you know what I'm saying? Do the redirect. You know what I'm saying? So we can pattern the redirect. See who's live so we can send you over there. You know what I'm saying, my people? Raid Wob. Is Wob Sports live? Is he still live? I didn't know it was live because I was watching F1. You know what I mean? So I know he does that whole day live thing. Yeah. But I would have raided, man. All right, cool. We'll send you over. You know, you guys already know what to do in it. Yasser TV raid. You get me? On the way in. Love for all the love. I'm gonna try to make sure to do as much content this week. You know what I'm saying? Work's been, you know what I'm saying, violating the thing. Yeah, I'll be coming home tired and not sleeping through games. But I'm gonna try my best. So make sure you guys already know what to do. Obviously, Brazil game next. Give you guys some rest before you go watch the Brazil game and that. Love for all the love. You know what I'm saying? And we're out, people. You know what I'm saying? We're out.